30 years ago when I was playing football in Europe with the Air Force, in the off season I used to play racquetball. I did this because I needed to learn side-to-side speed, and I needed to stay in shape because I have a tendency to eat. I had a knife and fork problem. I ate all the time. Racquetball really helped me. I actually fell in love with the sport. I enjoyed playing, and what I like most about it is I beat all the people I played against. And that's because I played against people who weren't as good as me. One day in the gym, none of my friends who I chose to play racquetball with were there. So I spotted this big guy. I mean, he was pear-shaped. Big, I'm using to be politically correct. The guy was way overweight. I knew him. He was an old master sergeant. And I mean, this guy was ancient. I'm in my early 20s. He must have been almost 40. Ancient, right? I decided I'm going to challenge this guy because I knew I could beat him. And we get in there. We played 3 games. They were the most 3 humiliating games I think I've ever played in my life. He beat me a combined score of 63-8, which means in no one game did I score more than 3 points. And I think he did that just for mercy, for a little bit of grace, and because he was probably bored with me. He barely moved in that court. Not that he could move, but he knew exactly how to place the ball. He was really, really good. He had exceptional placement. He understood the angles and played the game the right way. I didn't. I was a yahoo. I was running back and forth from side to side. I was bloody, sweaty, and a mess by the time it was over. After the 3rd game, I had nothing left in me to challenge him again, nor did I want to put myself through that kind of punishment. I was exposed that day. I was a fraud. I was exposed because I thought I was really good. I assumed I was here as a racquetball player because everybody I played, I beat. The challenge is, I only played against people I could beat, which means I wasn't the one growing. Only the people I was playing were growing. If you want to grow and not be exposed by the marketplace or the world, whether it's financially, relationally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically, then we need to play against people who are better than us. The challenge is we're comfortable playing against people who aren't doing as well as us or are equal to us, because misery loves company and we don't want to be exposed. We like the high standard we view ourselves in. I find this a lot in the business world, in the sales world especially. We want to hang around those people who aren't doing a whole lot to justify our existence, and it doesn't make us feel bad. We don't want to go to that hot salesperson who's just blowing it up and making it rain, or that business that's just mowing things over. They're doing great creative things. They're making history in their industry. We don't want to be around those types of people because they expose us. But I'm telling you today, if we want to get better, if we want to go from good to great, then we need to expose our game to somebody who's better than us. You need to find that old, out-of-shape master sergeant and play him, because he's going to whip you into shape. If you want to get better in whatever area of life you find yourself, whatever area you want to change and get better, find people around you who are much better than you and challenge them. Play against them. Get around them, because their game's at a whole new level, and it'll help you raise your bar from here to here. It'll force you to raise your bar and to see yourself in a true light. Don't get exposed. Do this by exposing yourself to those that are better than you. My name is Ed Carcarey. I'd love to connect with you at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion. You'll find your life.